Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about my top 5 most complimented fragrances of 2024. There's a couple of repeats from last year and the year before because I wear these a lot and they are compliment getters, very mass appealing fragrances. So let me start with one that I think has made the list the past 2 years. And this is Parfums de Marly, and this is Delina La Rosee. And you can see I've got a good dent going in here now. I've had it for a couple of years and I love this fragrance. This is the aquatic fresh version of Delina. It is a fruity floral fragrance. It has lychee, pear, bergamot, pink pepper in the top. The mid notes are Turkish rose. There's watery notes, peony, and other florals. And in the base, there's white musk, woody notes, and Haitian vetiver, which is what gives it that nice kind of woody, fresh, sexy vibe. So I wear this predominantly in the summer. I will wear it in the spring as well, but it usually goes on my summer tray and stays there for the 3 to 4 months of summertime. I love wearing it. It smells fantastic, and it gets compliments every time I wear it out and about and somebody is around. The next one I have here is from Valentino, and this is the Donna Born in Roma Coral Fantasy Flanker. And again, you can see the dent I have in here. This is the big 100 ml bottle. This is another one of my favorite fragrances in my collection, and another one that I wear predominantly in the summer. Stays on my tray all summer long. This is another fruity floral. I like fruity florals apparently. And it has top notes of, oh my gosh, it smells so good, kiwi and Brazilian orange, and it just gives it this really gorgeous, juicy, tropical type opening. And in the mid, there's Indian jasmine, ambrette, and rose, and the base notes have white musk and Texas cedar. This is one that I think I was wearing predominantly at home. I don't think I was wearing it out and about too much, and definitely not maybe spraying a lot when I was going out, like running a quick errand, put a little spritz on so I can smell it. But I actually wore it out and about this past summer and got compliments on it. My boyfriend loved this. I don't think he had smelled it on me before, and he immediately, as soon as he smelled it, was like, what is that? That smells so good. And he said, that's one of my favorites that I've smelled on you. So this is a compliment getter. So I should be wearing it out and about more and letting her shine in the general public because it is crowd pleasing, but not a safe blind buy, right? You gotta like the notes that are in there. It doesn't perform very well on everybody's skin. It's not one of my best performing one of my best performing fragrances, but I don't have any major complaints about the performance either. And this is definitely one I would recommend getting on sale when you can get 15 to 20, 25% off or something. But I love, love, love that fragrance so much, and finally got compliments on it last year. Okay, the next one I have on here, again, I believe it made it to my list last year. This is by MFK, and this is Féminin Pluriel. I have the big 200 ml bottle. This is one of my favorite, top 5 for life fragrances in my collection. You can see I've used up quite a bit. I tried not to use it too much, but I think this year I'm just going to wear it as, recklessly as I want to. It smells so good. This is a floral chypre fragrance, and it has iris, rose, violet, lily of the valley, vetiver, patchouli, orange blossom, and jasmine in it. So this is another one that I definitely don't say just go out and blind buy. I don't think it's a safe blind buy. I think most people will like it, find it pleasant, won't be bothered by it, but it's definitely not going to be something that everybody is going to want and enjoy wearing in their collection. But I love this fragrance, and every time I wear it around somebody, I do get a compliment on this one. This is one I definitely wear for any occasion. This is signature scent worthy. I love, love, love this fragrance. It's so beautiful and feminine and lush and slightly powdery and slightly juicy. It's just a really, really fantastic one. So if you get a chance to get a sample, get your nose on it, and you haven't tried it yet, I do recommend trying it out on your skin first. I love this one, and I have a backup. Okay, the fourth fragrance I have in here is this one. I went through a little roller coaster ride with this fragrance. So this is from the House of Amouage, and this is Guidance. Look how pretty that bottle is. So when this fragrance was announced / launched, I saw the notes and I thought, oh, I'm going to love that. I've tried several other Amouage fragrances. I really like some of them. Some of them were just okay, but the note breakdown on this one with the pear and the rose and the saffron and the jasmine and the base notes, I was like, oh, this is a no-brainer. But I didn't want to blind buy it because it's so expensive and it was so brand new. So I waited until I could get a sample, and I got my sample from Twisted Lily, pretty sure. Yeah, Twisted Lily. And spritzed it on, and it was love at first sniff. Like, that opening was gorgeous. It was divine. It was everything I thought it was going to be. And I was getting ready to hop online and buy a bottle right then. But as it started to wear and the mid notes started coming out, it didn't start to smell bad or anything, but I just was not a huge fan of it. And I think that's because I had loved the opening so much. And so when that changed, I was sad because I missed that opening. And so I didn't really appreciate the mid. And so by the time I'm sure the dry down had rolled in, I was already off smelling other things and thought, okay, maybe it's not for me. I like the opening, but that's it. It's not going to be worth the price tag for me if I love the beginning and only just like the middle and the end. But I went back to it later and tried it a couple other times, knowing what was going to happen with the mid and the dry down. And I want to say maybe my fourth or fifth wear, it was love at the beginning, really enjoyed the mid, and then a love at the dry down. And now I just love the whole wear the whole way through. So I'm glad I went back and gave it a second chance. This is definitely not a safe blind buy. Not everybody's going to like this. It is strong, it is powerful, and it is polarizing. But I love this. I think the note that was bothering me the most in there might have been the hazelnut. And I think it just threw me off a little bit to have something so fruity, because this is a fruity floral fragrance. So I think to have that kind of nutty warmth like note in there kind of threw me off a little bit, but now I really enjoy it. It gives it a more full-bodied, unique characteristic. So the top notes are pear, hazelnut, and olibanum. And then in the mid, there's rose, osmanthus, and saffron and jasmine. And in the base, there's sandalwood, vanilla, akigala wood, ambergris, and labdanum. So I like all these notes. And I think they play so beautifully together in this fragrance. But again, not a safe blind buy, not for everybody. If you can get over to Twisted Lily and get yourself a sample if you've been curious about it, or get to a department store that carries it, I highly recommend it. I think it's worth a try to see if you'd like it. I am very, very, very curious about the new Guidance 46. So I don't want to blind buy. I'm trying to be so much better about that. I'm trying to smell it first, but I can't imagine not loving it with as much as I love Guidance. And that one is definitely a compliment getter. I went out to dinner and I was waiting by the door to see the hostess. There were some people in front of us, and from those feet away, the hostess could smell the fragrance. She wasn't sure who was wearing it, but she was looking around, trying to figure out the fragrance. And then it was like, oh, that's you. And I can't remember who else complimented it when I wore it, but I've definitely gotten compliments on it, and I love it. And now for my fifth, my final, and my most complimented fragrance of 2024. This is also from MFK, and this is Gentle Fluidity Gold. I got so many compliments from so many different people last year wearing this fragrance. This is one I've had. I don't remember if I got it in 2022 or 2023. I can't remember. But I had it. I really liked it. That's why I asked for it for a gift and then wore it. But I was discovering all these new fragrances, so I wore it and it kind of got forgotten about. I would wear it here and there and be like, oh yeah, I like that. That's nice. Well, last year, I all of a sudden just became re-obsessed with this fragrance and I was wearing it all the time. I made this huge dent. 90% of this dent was just made in the couple months that I wore it last year. And every time I wore it and someone was around me, I got a compliment on it from my boyfriend, from my best friend. I was out running an errand. I was walking up the stairs to this building, and this woman that was walking by me downstairs complimented me on it. And I was out running another errand pretty recently, like maybe in the fall, and I was wearing it and I got a couple of compliments. Everyone that gave me the compliment stopped and was like, oh my God, you smell so good. This is a fantastic fragrance. So this is classified as an Oriental vanilla. And again, I've always talked about vanillas. I'm not a huge vanilla girl, but this is definitely one I would recommend getting a sample of if you like just fragrances in general and vanilla fragrances especially. It has top notes of juniper berries, and that's another note I really enjoy in fragrances, and nutmeg. The mid has coriander, and in the base there's vanilla, musk, amberwood, and caramel. And this is just beautiful. It's delicious. It's not like particularly gourmand, but you can pick out something in there that's just, it's juicy. It's naturally, almost like naturally, it doesn't smell fake sweet or synthetic sweet. It smells naturally sweetened. It's very slightly powdery, not floral. I don't think it smells particularly floral. Warm, very soft, spicy. It's not a spicy fragrance, but it has like just a little sprinkling, a little dusting of like a spice floating through it, and it just makes this warm, cozy, classy, beautiful, sexy. It's a beautiful fragrance. It is a fantastic signature scent. This is definitely one I would consider as a signature scent if I were going to be doing that. So yeah, that was my most complimented fragrance of last year. I would love to hear what some of your most complimented fragrances have been. Any recommendations that you have for me, I would love if you would leave those down in the comments below. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.